people, Kizzy here, making another video for you. Just want to say, as I noticed that cleanup guy is still harassing and trying to get people to go after Charlie again. Just because he made a new channel, I guess, or if it really is his, it could be somebody that's just, doing parodies or something for him. But anyway, the threat is, to go take down that channel. I don't understand why this guy feels the need to be a big bully, but it is really disgusting. He's obsessed. He is totally obsessed. And I don't understand why he can't just come up with decent content that has nothing to do with this family. Why don't you talk about your own family, your day? Why do you have to focus on one person and try to take him down because it gives you satisfaction? You are just disgusting, sir. I've said it to you before in a comment. You need to address the abuse that goes on. And, if you're not going to do anything and, basically if you are not part of the solution, then you are part of the problem. Definitely part of the problem, because you have nothing better to do than to watch this guy send your people after that guy. And, I don't get it. I think that you really need to get a new hobby, something that doesn't deal with Charlie all the time. I just don't understand. You could talk about a lot of things besides Charlie, or making all these mockery videos that you've done, and I'm sure your BFF put you up to it. I don't understand why you guys can't leave the guy alone. Let him live. I don't understand. You guys sit there and you guys send people out, to terrorize this guy, torment this guy, and I firmly believe that, you're sitting there laughing about the fact that his first channel was deleted, but somehow I remember you admitting that you, in fact, hacked his channel, and he was trying to fight with YouTube to get the channel back. Why? It's just no different than you guys calling hotels after hotels that he was staying in and getting him kicked out. That is disgusting. You guys want to see him live on the streets. I've read your comments from people, let him sit on the street and panhandle and beg because he has no shelter and blah, blah, blah. Why do you guys not have a heart? Like, why not? This is a human being. Whether you like him or not, because, he messed up or whatever, he is still a human being. And it is disgusting. Imagine if you were him. Just put yourself in his shoes. Imagine if you were him, and people are sitting there commenting and saying horrible things, and you're harassing him by making videos, and, I don't care if you're doing it for fun. That is disgusting. Get over it. It's just, I don't know, Like, I'm so sad for this guy. No, he's not perfect, but I am so sad for this guy. I feel like people have made up stuff to lie on him because it gives drama. It gives you guys something to make a profit off of. And again, it is profit, for, abuse, like, money, abuse for profit. And none of you guys ever address what goes on in the videos, Hashtag, what about the abuse? Why can't you guys address it? Why? Like, if there's nothing going on, then why don't you talk to people? Why don't you, have a conversation? Explain your side. Why do you guys avoid it? Unless you guys know, in fact, that there's stuff going on. But I've seen you come over and say horrible things to Roasted Studios, like, time is up, you're going to take down her channel, and, she's not doing nothing. She's not purposely going out and being vindictive to anybody. All she did was watch the older videos and saw a lot of the abuse that everybody else saw. Call it fake if you want, but it's not. And even today, you can see abuse patterns in the videos. And it is put up for public consumption. And, you know, he could do other things besides sit there and talk about his brother, or have people talking about his brother. You talking about his brother. You need to get a life. Honestly, you need to get a life. You have nothing better to do than to sit there and comment on people's channels. You know, tell people that you are going to purposely take down their channels. I don't understand how you get away with the abuse that you're doing. I mean, didn't you say you had strikes on your channel a couple of times? And all of a sudden now you're the saint and you're going to follow YouTube's rules and guidelines, but you're not. You know, you talk about other people like Charlie saying something in, you know, a video or what have you, but you do the same thing. And so does his brother. You guys sit there and when something happens, you got to talk about it and you got to create drama. And then next you know, all these people are coming from both camps and they're attacking people. You know, the people need to really take a look at you guys, because a lot of the issues come from you guys. You guys do stuff behind the scenes. You guys are shady. You guys are very shady, and you guys are the ones that are vindictive. You guys can't let this guy live his life. You can't. I don't understand why not, but you don't. You guys sit there and you make digs, you make videos, and then he snaps, and the next thing you know, he's basically banned for being on YouTube. But what about you? I wish YouTube would take a look at some of these videos and understand that you guys were the ones who were starting the drama. You guys. Not him. You guys. And then, you know, all this stuff comes out about him supposedly doing stuff. And this guy has sat there and said several times he didn't do it. And then unless something happens where people continue to pressure him, then he says he did it. Because he thinks in his mind that if he admits to it, you guys will leave him alone. But you haven't. You won't. And you probably never will. But, you know, I think it's sad that everybody's trying to chase him off of YouTube because you guys continue to harass him and then he blows up. Okay? He tries very hard to live his life. He really does. He's trying to follow his dad's advice by living his life. They made it so he couldn't see his father. I felt so bad because I know that his father was sick, but he had every right to go see him and say goodbye. And you know, his family kept him from that. And I don't care what he did. You know, that's his father, and he's that person's son. Parents forgive their children because, you know, it's love that we have unconditionally. And you don't just abandon your children and keep your children from you. I mean, his sister makes mistakes and his father was raising her children. Why was he raising her children? He has a very bad temper. I mean, watching the older videos, he was not a nice man. You can call him what you want, but at the end of the day, he was not a nice man. He was abusive. He was very abusive to his wife, his kids, sometimes his grandkids, neighbors, friends, extended family. It could go on and on. Okay? And everybody believes now that, you know, he's a sweet little old man, but if you watch Shield videos, he was not. He was homophobic. He was racist. He was very cruel with some of the things he said. And everybody just ignores that because the New Year videos reflect him as somebody who's so sweet. Unless he got help for his, you know, mental health and his temper and trying to get therapy for whatever abuse he suffered as a child, he did not break the cycle. He did not break the cycle. And it continues. And you see his son trying to smash things, try to have a temper like his dad. I don't know if he's trying to replace his dad or thinking if he acts angry enough, you know, the videos are going to still continue. But, you know, he can't be his father. He needs to just be himself. And as for his older brother, you guys need to leave him alone. You guys really need to leave him alone. Let him live his life. Stop getting him in trouble on YouTube because, you know what? The truth is going to come out. What you do in the dark will eventually come to light. So, you guys can keep doing what you're doing, but eventually you're going to get figured out. And then you guys will have the punishment dealt for you because, I really hope that YouTube goes back and looks at your guys' videos and you guys were making digs, you were making fun of him, you were doing all kinds of stuff, and then you wonder why he snapped. Okay? A person can only take so much, and you guys really need to imagine what it's like to be him, where you don't really have your own place in the world. You struggle every day with sobriety, trying to stay clean. It's hard. Addiction is like an illness, Addiction, you need love and you need support, and people do relapse. It's part of trying to recover. I don't know why, the family just don't try to get him into a long-term rehab center, get him into therapy for counseling. They need to go to counseling too. I think the only person that does is Kim. And thank God for that, because watching her videos is really nice. You see her interacting with the mom, her children, her husband. She's happy. The mom looks happy. The mom looks at peace, now, because she's not suffering any more abuse. That's why she used to leave all the time. Go to New York, because she was trying to escape, but she didn't know how to get out of it. And it's very hard for people who are abused, that are survivors and victims. It's hard to leave. It is really hard to leave. And, you have, this whole thing about mistreating your own wife. If you love her, then why don't you get help? Why don't you guys go to counseling and work on your marriage? If you really love your wife and you want your marriage to thrive, that's what you need to do. You don't just sit there and do stuff and if people find the evidence and are calling you out on it, but you think that you're like some god or something on your channel, but you're not. And you ignore abuse. You ignore it. Why can't you address it? Is it because, you yourself have done it? But seriously, sir, you really need to talk about this and address it, because your best friend, even if he's not physically screaming at someone and calling them names, you still can see what's going on. When he chastises his nephews, or he videotaped his sister again going through a meltdown. That is not okay. That's disgusting. She doesn't want to be on camera. She said she didn't want to be on camera when things like that happen. It's a private matter. But once again, he's posting a video talking about her having a meltdown. Why? Because it garners views, which equals money. To me, it seems like he doesn't care about his sister or what she's going through. Because if it was my sister, I wouldn't be posting it for public consumption. I would sit there and talk to my sister, find out what's going on, figure out how I can help her, and, help her work through whatever's going on. I would not hold a video and be like, oh, my sister had a meltdown again. We gotta find out why. And of course, you're gonna film it. You have to put down that camera. You really do. You need to address your family and take care of them. You're the one that has all the money. Your family survives from you, and you only have the money because your dad. If you weren't recording your dad, flipping out, breaking stuff, calling people names, throwing toys at children, calling them, horrible names and saying they're gay, just because he has a little kitchenette set. For Christ's sakes, it's a child. He doesn't know. But, okay, you could have dealt with the whole thing with the nephew privately if you wanted to talk to him about respecting women. But again, you yourself did not respect women. You didn't respect your mother. You didn't really respect your sisters. You don't have no respect for your brother. The only reason why you want them around is because you want them for drama. You need to stop. You really need to stop. And your little best friend that sits over there, the cleanup guy, how about you stop butting into people's business and take care of your own? Because your own has issues. Your marriage has issues. Your wife, you need to go to counseling, and you need to work through things. And, not going on YouTube and treating it like YouTube's your shrink. YouTube is for creating things and hoping that people will like get and sub to you. It's not about making videos, for abuse for profit. It's not. And when you guys don't handle things, and you're talking about people being a bully, i.e. Charlie, but you are being a bully too, both of you. You both sit there, do digs, say nasty things. Cleanup Guy, you make videos about him, making fun of him. Why are you so obsessed with him? What comes to mind is the Mariah Carey song. That should be your song. Why are you so obsessed with me? Okay? I don't know. Like, are you in love with him or something? You need to just let it go. Stop making videos about him. People complain on your channel that you are obsessed with Charlie, and you can make other videos. They're sick of seeing you talk about Charlie. Charlie's even sick of you making videos about him. He's made fun of you about the fact that you are obsessed with him. Well, not maybe make fun of you, but I mean, he said you are obsessed with him. So even he knows that that's all you do. You make videos about him because you want your guest mob to go and target him, target anybody else that, tries to speak out. It's freedom of speech. And nobody's threatening you. Nobody's trying to do anything to you. They're just talking about what you do. And they're talking about what Pickle Boy does. That's all. Nobody's trying to harass you guys. We just want you to stop the drama. And not post abuse for profit on channels where children of all, like, the range of your guys' fans is from, like, children all the way up to probably senior citizens. And a lot of them don't want to watch that kind of stuff. They don't. You guys could do other things. You guys can make great content on other things in your life with your children, or with your significant other, or your spouse, or your extended family. You guys can do other things. But you guys are obsessed with Charlie. And once again, I've seen people, oh, he's got a new channel. I'm waiting. I'm going to go take him down. You are causing a bully mentality. Okay? I hope that things get straightened out with him on YouTube, because I feel like you guys purposely tried to sabotage him. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying I feel like you did. So don't twist that. I think that his other channel garnered 100K, viewers and subs. And I think that you guys were uncomfortable with it. So, you guys decided to do things to him. And I think, if I remember right, you admitted to hacking his account. Why? Because you want to sabotage him because his brother's not happy? If he made mistakes on his own, then that's on him. But if you guys were doing stuff to him, that is illegal. You have no right to hack anybody. But I do distinctly remember you saying you did. And you laughed about it. It's not funny. None of this stuff is funny. And you guys think that he's abusing people, but really you're abusing people, and you're setting him off, and he's reacting. It's hard for him to ignore what's going on in his life. He tries. And I feel bad because he doesn't get a break. Every time he turns around, he wants to blog his life. He has a right to do that. Okay, so he shouldn't have threatened his brother. And I agree that was wrong. But I feel like the only reason why he did is because, he kept trying to ignore what was going on that you guys were trying to do. And people just kept coming at him, calling him a child molester and all kinds of stuff. And, a person, like I said, can only take so much. And he snapped. But, he snapped in a way that shouldn't have been on YouTube. Maybe he should have called his brother and tried to talk it out. But he didn't, And I just feel like he was very angry and he is frustrated because, every day this stuff happens. Every day to him. Now you guys are sitting there trying to get his Twitch taken down. Why do you care what other platform he's on? Leave him alone. Get a life and do your own stuff. Okay? He's not doing anything bad on Twitch. I've seen his video. You know, you guys just want to create drama, and it's something for you guys to upload and tell your fans, oh, we got him, we're going to take him down, time's up, hashtag time's up. No, grow up. Okay? Grow up. You really need to get a life. You need to stop being obsessed with him. Stop taking down his channel. Leave it to YouTube. If they don't want him here, they'll take him down. Okay? You all don't need to go there and do strikes and make nasty comments. And I think the people that do, they should be in trouble for harassment. I think people who make videos about him, making fun of him and saying horrible things to him, I think they should be in trouble too. Because why is he the only one? Okay? I feel like the family's trying to make an example of him, but they need to make an example of you too, because you are far from innocent. You do a lot of stuff that you don't need to be doing. And you have a wife, you have beautiful children. You need to get off the camera too. Okay? And not sit there for live stream and talk crap about somebody else. And that's what you do all the time. What do you ever talk about besides Charlie? Or something pertaining to the family? You never do anything but that. I mean, okay, his brother vlogs about cooking and stuff, and his diet is atrocious, and, you know, he needs to get a nutritionist, a trainer, start dieting, because, you know, he's not going to end up in a good place if he doesn't. And I don't know about you, sir, but, you know, but creating all this drama because it makes you money, it's stupid. It's childish. You guys are acting like little kids, bringing YouTube into it as, like, you know, YouTube's the parent and YouTube needs to reprimand somebody. But, I mean, if you want to act like children, I think they need to reprimand you too. Because it's stupid. You know, you guys do all this stuff and then somebody reacts to it because they're tired of being bullied. And then you guys sit there and do it some more. You know, you need to stop it. This is abuse, and you abuse for profit, and you guys sit there and laugh while, you know, money's going into a bank, and meanwhile, you're tearing a person apart. You know, if you care about another human being like I do, you wouldn't say all these things. You wouldn't harass him. You would try to encourage him. Forgiveness, for example. Forgive. Okay? It'll make everybody so much happier, because when you forgive, it's like someone took a load off your shoulders. And you know, when you hold on to hate and you hold on to anger, you're only hurting yourself. You're not hurting him. I mean, you know, you're going to self-destruct from it. But at the same time, when you're sitting there bullying him, you know, there's times where he's mentioned that he wanted to try to commit suicide. A human being. A human being. Your fellow human. Okay, so he's not perfect, but when he's sitting there talking about how he wants to commit suicide because of being bullied, I think that's a big issue. I think YouTube needs to, you know, go after you and punish you guys, because you guys sit there and you bully and bully and bully. You don't care about somebody else as long as it's about you. Your channel, your views, your money. Okay? You can't take that crap with you when you die. I don't know why you think it's okay to sit there and mess with somebody else. What if that was you? You know, you didn't like it when he got angry and said stuff about your wife and kids. Does he mean it? I don't think he means it. I think he was just pissed off and he wanted to get at you because you guys don't leave him alone. You guys continue to bother him constantly. I'm sick of it. I'm not even him, but I'm sick of it. Y'all need to grow up. Hashtag what about the abuse? Thank you all for listening. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.